Hi guys, look what I got. Yes, that's right. I got this and I loved it so much, I went and got two. Yes. So I thought I'd show you and do a quick little flip through, and I'm just going to show you the cards and see what you think. Some of them are really pretty darn good. So we're just flipping through the cards. The guidebook's pretty interesting. The different suits have different starseed representations. Look how gorgeous this one is. My goodness. Now this one, they have a cryptid for the Hierophant. That's kind of interesting. And look at these gorgeous, gorgeous lovers. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we'll keep doing this. I don't generally do a flip through on all the cards, but these I felt like really, really was worth it. They're just interesting and different and beautiful. Look at this hangman. Excuse me, still getting over that cold. Now look at this devil. I thought it was interesting to see the cords wrapped around perhaps the Star Travelers is what I would interpret this to be. Instead of the chains, these loose cords, and I thought that was really interesting rendition. Gorgeous. Whoa, that one's a flying card. Okay, there we go. Star card. Now this one I thought was absolutely a stunner. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then this one, it reminded me like of some kind of book about, I think traveling the galaxy or whatever, with the 42 number here. So I thought that was interesting. We'll go to the wand suit next. And the wands, they were interesting in how they did it. The wands were supposed to be represented by the Lyran starseeds or the Lyran starseeds. So we'll go through these. And look at the ship on the horizon. This is indicative of the ship. The guidebook's pretty darn good on this. And look at this Three of Wands. I loved this. The Four of Wands, absolutely gorgeous. The Five, very, very interesting. Let me show you this. All the different starships in here. All different kinds of conflict that there can be going on. And it's like the guy is almost like, what's going on there, folks? Why are you fighting? Six of Wands is a shared victory. I love seeing this. Yeah, they did really good on this. The Nine of Wands, he's a little bit older in this than we typically see the Nine of Wands depicted as. Here's the 10 coming up. Really, really gorgeous. So it's a little sci-fi, a little bit space, a little bit starseed. And then here we're coming up with the page being very, very Lyran in this way. And then this, almost like A Wrinkle in Time and Swiftly Tilting Planet. Those are some old books. If you know, you know, but here's the Queen, so approachable. And then the King. So yeah, very, very interesting family of the Lyrans. Then we go to the Pleiadians, which are the Cup suit. So we'll go through these. And look at this. This is just happy. Just joyful. I love this. Now this 3, the deck is inclusive. It does have some more diversity than a lot of typical ones. This one I thought was pretty good too. And I liked that they included here the boombox, headphones, whatever you call them, the Bose speakers, whatever they're wearing. But sometimes how we shut out the world with that, and we do that. Guilty, yeah. Thought that was very interesting. Here's the 5 of Cups. The 6, and as modern as it is, there's references to astronauts and maybe Alice or Dorothy, and then this playhouse going on there. Now, I don't know if the guidebook will show that as the reference. I can look. Let's take a look. 6 of Cups. They're just calling it more like a princess and her green friend, but maybe this is just the Martian, but whatever. It's great. It's really great. This one I thought was also good. And this is one of my favorites, believe it or not, because she's getting out and walking her own path, and I love that. Love that, love that. Now, I view this kind of like a mini of the Hermit, so I love seeing that way. The 9 of Cups here, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And this is representing the Pleiadians. And then again, some modern imagery here. Look at it, looks like a little hoverboard that the kid's on with the suit of armor. Very interesting. Here's the Queen. Open cup. Now, I'm not always sure whether I like open cup versus the closed cup that's traditionally there in the Rider-Waite system. But that's what's going on there. Now let's take a little bit of a look. We'll keep going forward in case you have a favorite card and it's in one of these other suits. Now, the sword suit is represented by the Syrians, and it gives the reasons that it's representing them with these particular star groups. Gorgeous. It almost looks like a cryo sleep. Yeah. Gorgeous. And then this one, I just love this Six of Swords. I think it's the water that I love so much. And also almost like an invisible force, an invisible angel that would be helping you get over those rough waters and into the smooth. Love that. Now this one cracked me up. The Seven of Swords. Hilarious. Hilarious. It's usually Sneaky Pete the Thief, right? So good. Look at the little cow. Okay. All right. Eight of Swords. Beautifully, beautifully done. And here we have the 9. Typical 9. And this one says, the truth is out there. And I thought that was an interesting little nod to X-Files. I think that's what that was. 10 of Swords. Now here's the page. And there's a little bit of a little bit of malice and clowning in here. And when you think about that in terms of harsh gossip or harsh words that are sometimes related to this card, that's a little bit interesting to see. Knight of Swords. Gorgeous Queen. King kind of makes me think a little bit of Game of Thrones. So, all right. Now we'll go to the coin suit and we'll get through this. This one, I love the sapphire looking disc here. And the discs, this is all the Arcturians. That's how they have that set up. But look at the different cultures they've included through here. The different constructs and ideas. And look at this. This is a very unusual 4 of coins. Very, very unusual. I'll see if it has anything to say on that real quick. I'm peeking. And it says in the guidebook, it'll have the star guide message, the retrograde message, the description, and then this mantra. It says, I honor and maintain personal boundaries without putting up walls in my heart. But you can kind of see how the guidebook is done. Very, very interesting. 5 of discs, more traditionally done. 6. Look at this one. I loved this. Love, love, love it, love it, love it. This one's awesome. It just really reinforces the idea that Earth School is kind of a learning lab for us all, to me. And now, it's not in the book. That's an angism. But that's what I get from this a lot. And I just instantly love this. As much as I instantly love the Trick or Treat Tarot, too. You know? I instantly loved this one. Almost done. This is the Queen here. And here's the King. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. Do I know what my favorite card is in this yet? No. But did I know instantly, bam, bam, I needed to? Yeah, you betcha. You betcha. So if you're thinking about the Galactic Star Tarot, it's a good one to get. All right, bye, guys.